Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. On today's video, we are going over October's market update for Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula. If you're a home seller, a homeowner, or a home buyer in the future, I strongly suggest that you take these videos and watch them monthly because it really establishes the trends of the market and what is going on in way of, average sales price, days on market, percentage of sales price on the original offer, those type of things. And this is what we do monthly and go over all of these charts for you so you have, again, a really good idea of what is happening locally with the housing market. One thing I wanted to hit on, and I made a video of this, about a week ago. Everybody's probably aware of what's going on with Zillow right now. And here's the thing, guys. I strongly suggest that you need to stop getting your information from Zillow or Zestimates. It's come out, and I don't know how true this is, but it just stands to reason with the money that Zillow has and the home buying process that they've gone through in the last 3 or 4 years. They could very well have been manipulating the market to some degree. So your local real estate agent that you trust, that you know, that really understands the local housing market and what homes are actually selling for, and maybe what you should actually be paying for a home, is way more important than just going online, seeing a home or a Zestimate on Zillow and thinking that that is actually going to be accurate. Just wanted to really stress this moving forward in the next few months. I don't think, in my opinion, you can trust these big companies in light of what's actually come out. So just find that person that you can trust and use their knowledge instead of, trying to, just use the internet and thinking that everything on the internet on these housing sites is true. If you're interested in Temecula and the surrounding area, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We do a lot of video keeping everybody updated, not only on the housing market, but things that are going on in the community. Appreciate all the support. And we also, as I say in every one of our videos, we do have a home search in the description for you if you're looking for a property in this area. We are also licensed as a appraisal company, so if you need a home value, we can do that for you as well. Thank you very much. Let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so here we are for the October wrap-up of the housing market in Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee. As you can see down here on the chart, if this is the first time you've been watching, Murrieta's in the red, Murrieta's in the red, Temecula's in the blue, and Menifee is in the green. There's a couple new tabs that I want to show you that just came out last month, shows per listing and shows to contact. So we'll go over those later on in the video. I don't show every single tab. I just don't think it's important and it would make the video too long. And I also do not stipulate in regards to single family, condos, bedrooms, or bathrooms. I really just want to give everybody an overall view of the market in these 3 cities. I used to just do Temecula, but I thought, the sample size is just too small to see an overall picture of what's going on in the southern area of Riverside County. And also I do sell homes in all 3 of these cities. So it just seems, that I should be updating everybody on all of these cities. So first thing we're going to talk about is new listings. As you can see, and this is just a trend that always happens towards the end of the year. You can see in December of every year, that is the least amount of new listings that you're going to see on the market. And you can bet that next month, this is going to drop down to these levels right here. Now, the reason I want to show new listings is it directly correlates with active listings. And as you can see, active listings, even though the new listings have dropped substantially in the last 2 or 3 months, which really has nothing to do with, again, the market. It's more of just the time of year. But as you can see, the active listings has gone up in all 3 cities. From Murrieta, we went from 281 to 305. Temecula, we went from 249 to 271. And in Menifee, we've gone from 272 to 290. So even though there are less listings, new listings on the market, you are seeing the number of active listings actually rise. So what does that tell you as a home buyer or a home seller? Homes are starting to not sell if you're not pricing them correctly. Gone are the days that, and this is only in the last 3 to 5 months, gone are the days that you have an average home and you start reaching for prices, and it really doesn't matter what you list your property at. People are in a frenzy to get their offer accepted on a home. So you can definitely see, again, between new listings and active listings, they are going up in regards to how many active listings are currently on the market. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, this trend right here, and for the last 6 or 7 months on every single one of my market updates, you can see that we've talked about, or you can look back and we've definitely touched on days on market. And I've said this many, many times that over the last 6 months, even this number, 5 or 6 days, 7 days, 6 days, is deceiving, because a lot of agents, or most agents, will list their home on a Thursday and they will get offers on a Friday. They will get offers on a Saturday, but they won't talk to their seller and accept an offer until Monday or Tuesday of the following week. Well, as you can see here, and it's not a huge uptick, but last month it's gone up a little bit from the previous 5 or 6 months. And for the month of October, you can see it's gone up to 9 or 10 days. Now, historically, we're still at, no other time in the last 5 years have we seen the average day on market to be 9 or 10. Even when we go back to May of 2018, the lowest that we've seen in the last 5 years has been definitely the last 6 or 7 months. We do see a little bit of an uptick. It will be interesting moving forward. Is this number or days on market going to start to rise? That will tell you as a home buyer that in many cases you might not have to be as aggressive on your offers. And if you're selling your home, gone are the days that you list it and 30 days later you're closed on your home. You're really you and your agent are really going to have to dive into the data of your local community and make sure that you price your property correctly. I personally see, do I think that this is going to go up? Yes. Do I think it's going to go up really fast in the next 3 or 4 months? No. We might get to 14, 15 days on the market on average. But again, it is going to affect how you list your property and how you market your property, if you are thinking of selling. Okay, so next up we want to talk about what are home sellers getting on the percentage of their original list price in the last 5 years. As you can see, we've had a pretty good run where most homes are selling at around 100% of what they were actually listed at over the past 5 years. We saw a huge spike starting in January of 2021 all the way through to June 2021. And yes, okay, so there is, let's just call it a 5 to 6% difference. And when you take that 5% difference or 6% difference on a $600,000 home, that's in between, a $30,000 and a $36,000 difference on what the seller is actually, closing and putting in their pocket, which is very substantial. And as you can see in the past few months, we've gone from 104,000 or 105,000 all the way down to 100%. And, yes, you're still getting in the last month of October over what you actually listed your home at, on average. But again, that 5% difference on a $600,000 home, you are losing, not necessarily losing, but you are getting, $28,000 to $35,000 less on average on the sale of your home. Okay, up next we have the tab that everybody seems to want to see, and the average median sales price of each city. As of October 2021, the average sales price in Temecula is $690,000. The average sale price in Murrieta is $609,000 and Menifee $515,000. And what's interesting is we did have a month in all three of these markets, or a couple months in Murrieta where we did see a downturn. But the last month actually in Murrieta has gone from an average sales price of $580 to an average sales price of $609,000. Now, this is why I wanted to also include three of these cities. Is I don't know if this tells the picture of, the overall housing market in these three cities, just because of the sample size. But all three of these cities in the month of October went from, went up to some degree. In Temecula, we went from 680 to 690. And Menifee, we went from 500 to 515,000. So, as I've been speaking, in my previous videos, before I say that we're going to see a downturn in the market, we really need to see this graph trend on a sideways pattern, in my opinion, for 3 to 4 months straight. And until I see that, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the home prices are going to flatten out or even drop to some degree. So we are still seeing, even though the odd month we are seeing a downturn, we are back up, especially in Murrieta by $30,000 from last month. Finally, they added a couple new tabs that I wanted to show you, and I'm just going to do shows per listing. As you can see, at the height of the market, February, March, April, you were seeing astronomical numbers. To have 17 to 21 showings for a home on average is pretty insane. Throughout my real estate career, on a 3-week listing, you on average would see anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 showings in a 3-week period, and you're getting 21, 18, and 13 at the height of the market. Now, as October hits, you can see that's a substantial drop-off in way of just home showings. Basically, from Temecula, we had an average of 21 home showings in April, down to 10, which is cut in half. And when you're thinking of, selling your home, half the home showings is a big number. As a listing agent, one of the telltale signs for me on whether or not a home is priced correctly in the first week or two is the amount of showings you're getting. If you have a steady flow of showings, you can be willing to bet that eventually you're going to get an offer. So why is this dropping from 21 to 10 on average in Temecula? Let's just use Temecula as an example in the past 3 months. Well, I'm sure there's a variety of reasons, but one of a couple of the things is just simply the homes are priced probably out of the range of many of the buyer pool at this current time. And, there's just less buyers, willing to go look at these homes when they're listed at $800,000, where that same home 6 months ago was $600,000 or $650,000. So there you have it, guys. Another market update for these three cities. If you have any further questions or want more detail of a certain community within the cities of Temecula, Murrieta, or Menifee, just reach out and I can send you a quick email of comparables to give you a great idea of what your home is actually worth at this current time.